The story of Nal Damayanti is the story of the immortals of our history. Here, this story always teaches us what a bad game it has made even the king a disgrace. Once upon a time, in the land of Nishada, there was a brave and noble king named Nal. He was famous for his bravery and skill in horse riding. Despite being a powerful king, Nal had a soft heart and treated his people with love and fairness. His kingdom flourished, and everyone admired his wisdom and leadership. In a nearby kingdom, there was a princess named Damyanti, known for her extraordinary beauty and kind heart. She was the daughter of King Bhima of Vidarbha. Her beauty was so remarkable that stories about her spread far and wide, and many kings and princes wished to marry her. One day, Nal heard of Damyanti's beauty and fell in love with her without even seeing her. He couldn't stop thinking about her, and the desire to meet her grew stronger day by day. At the same time, Damyanti heard of Nal's great qualities and felt the same affection for him. They both longed to meet each other, but they were separated by a great distance. One night, Nal was wandering in his garden, deep in thought about Damyanti. Suddenly, he encountered a golden swan. To his surprise, the swan began to speak. It said, "I know your heart longs for Damyanti. I will go to her and tell her about you." Nal, overjoyed, agreed to let the swan carry his message of love. The swan flew to Damyanti's palace and found her sitting in her garden with her maidens. The swan flew close and spoke to her. "Beautiful princess," it said, "there is no one more worthy of your love than King Nal of Nishada. He is brave, kind, and wise. He loves you deeply." Damyanti was overjoyed to hear of Nal's love for her. She had already admired his qualities from afar, and now, knowing he felt the same, she was determined to marry him. King Bhima soon decided to hold a swayamvara, a ceremony where a princess chooses her husband from many suitors for Damyanti. Princes from all over the land gathered, hoping to win her hand. Even the gods were captivated by Damyanti's beauty and decided to attend the swayamvara. Among the gods who came were Indra, the god of rain, Agni, the god of fire, Varuna, the god of water, and Yama, the god of death. They all wanted Damyanti to choose one of them as her husband. However, Damyanti's heart belonged to Nal, and she was determined to marry him. The gods approached Nal before the ceremony and asked for his help. They requested that Nal speak to Damyanti on their behalf, but Nal refused, saying that he too wished to marry her. However, out of respect for the gods, he agreed to go and deliver their message. When Damyanti saw Nal, her heart was filled with love. Nal told her about the gods' wishes, but she made it clear that her heart belonged only to him. During the swayamvara, Damyanti approached the assembled kings and gods. She was confused because the gods had taken Nal's form to confuse her. But with her deep love for Nal, she could tell the difference between the real Nal and the gods. Damyanti chose Nal as her husband, and the gods, impressed by her love and devotion, blessed their marriage. Nal and Damyanti lived happily in the kingdom of Nishada, ruling together with love and care for their people. However, their happiness did not last forever. The Devas were not the only ones watching Nal and Damyanti's happiness. Kali is the spirit of evil. Kali was the name of an era, just like the era in which we are living. The name of this era was Kali, meaning Kalyuga grew jealous and wanted to ruin their lives. He decided to wait for the right moment to strike. Years passed, and one day, Kali found an opportunity. Nal had forgotten to wash his hands before praying, which gave Kali a chance to possess him. Under Kali's influence, Nal became obsessed with gambling. He started playing dice with his brother Pushkara, who tricked him into gambling away his entire kingdom. As Nal continued to lose, he became penniless. In his despair, he decided to leave the kingdom with Damyanti. They wandered in the forest, living a life of hardship. Despite their misfortune, Damyanti remained loyal to Nal, and their love for each other never wavered. One day, unable to bear the thought of Damyanti's suffering, Nal left her while she was sleeping, thinking that she would be better off without him. When Damyanti woke up and found Nal gone, she was heartbroken but determined to find him. She wandered through the forest, facing many dangers, but never gave up hope. Meanwhile, Nal met a serpent king who, seeing his despair, bit him and changed his appearance. The serpent king told Nal that this new appearance would protect him and help him reclaim his kingdom one day. Nal, now unrecognizable, took on the name Bahuka and became a charioteer for King Ritupana of Ayodhya. Damyanti eventually returned to her father's kingdom, but she never stopped searching for Nal. She devised a plan to find him. She sent word to all the kingdoms that she would hold a second swayamvara, hoping that Nal would come to her. When King Ritupana heard of this, he asked Bahuka, who was really Nal, to drive his chariot to the swayamvara. Nal, with his exceptional skills, drove the chariot so fast that they reached Vidarbha in a single day. Damyanti recognized Nal's skill in chariot driving and suspected that Bahuka was indeed her husband. She devised a test to confirm her suspicions, and when Nal finally revealed himself, they were reunited in joy. With the help of King Ritupana, Nal regained his kingdom from his brother Pushkara. Nal and Damyanti returned to Nishada, where they ruled together once again, wiser and stronger after all their trials. Their love had endured every hardship, and they lived happily ever after. The moral of the story of Nal and Damyanti is that true love, loyalty, and perseverance can overcome even the greatest challenges. Despite facing trials, separation, and hardships, their unwavering devotion to each other, along with their wisdom and courage, allows them to triumph over adversity. The story teaches us that love, when rooted in trust and resilience, can endure any obstacle and lead to lasting happiness. So, this was the story of Nal and Damyanti. If you like this story, please like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell icon. Bye! We will meet soon with another motivational story.